Hi everyone, we are the Convincers. Here's our team, and from left to right we have Vishrut from the Mechanical and Materials Engineering Department, myself Bailey from the Chemistry Department, Pai Wen from the Biology Department, Carola from the Geography Department, and our mentor Stafford. We are working with the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation, or CCF, to help them identify corporate sponsors as part of their fundraising efforts. For us, this process has involved categorizing companies and determining which ones would be ideal to target for sponsorship, followed by the preparation of a sponsorship kit and poster that can be personalized and distributed to selected companies. So first off, the CCF is a fundraising arm for Cataraqui Conservation, or CC, which was formerly known as the Cataraqui Region Conservation Authority, or CRCA. Some of you might be aware of the various programming and activities that Cataraqui Conservation offers in the Kingston area, such as at Lemoyne Point and Little Cataraqui Creek Conservation Area. This includes hiking and skiing trails, themed hikes, camps and school programming for kids, nature workshops, Maple Madness, TD Tree Days, and much more. Cataraqui conservation is a huge part of the Kingston community, and so CCF's role is to help support Cataraqui conservation as they manage 11 watersheds and maintain the conservation areas within them, particularly for public use. Over 90% of donations to the CCF are from individual donors. However, these types of donations are usually more difficult to rely on. That's why obtaining corporate donations will create a more robust and predictable fundraising platform, especially if the corporations are able to commit to yearly donations. We would also like to quickly go over the team mission and goals that we made for ourselves at the beginning of this program. Our mission was to further develop our skills, focused on building a strong team culture, enhancing performance, and achieving results in order to meet our community partners' needs on conservation. And we categorized our goals into two phases. The first phase involved research and idea generation. We reviewed best and past practices for attracting corporate donors, determined the method that we wanted to use, and defined our donor categories. The second phase involved the sponsorship kit development. First, we determined the criteria for differentiating the corporations and collected information on a certain number of companies. This was followed by preparing a general sponsorship kit and then personalizing it for a particular corporation.
Thank you, Bailey, for giving the introduction. One really important step towards our goals of committing company donors is to understand our targets, which are the companies. Only after knowing them well could we write tailored, convincing messages to persuade business donors. So what information do we want to know about companies? Starting from basics, we would like to know where it locates. In Kingston, near Kingston, does it locate near one of the Cataraqui conservation areas? Next on the list is about the company scale. How many employees do they have? Is it a local business or it has branches around the world? Intuitively, larger companies may have donation departments as they tend to care more about their social reputation. And what about donation history? Did they donate to conservation foundations before? The next question is about the company type, which is the question of what do they do? Is it a company in the primary sector of the economy, such as a mining company? Is it a company in the secondary sector, such as a construction company? Or is it in the tertiary sector, like a bank? We would like to know this information as first and second sectors companies are more likely to have larger disruption on the environment than a service company, and hence likely to already have some corporate social responsibility practices in place to mitigate human-induced climate change and ecosystem destruction. These companies may be more willing to donate consider what they have done. All these three facets are related to the company's missions and goals. Here we would like to know specifically any goals that are concerning conservation and environmental protection. This is the most important piece of information with which we then would be able to align their goals with the CCFs to show them we have shared interests and are both working towards a common goal of environmental protection. Lastly, how can we reach out to them? Their contact information, including the phone number, the email address, and the social media handles, will be the most likely places to find them. Building on a template provided by our community partner, we organized a spreadsheet to have each row as one company and each column as one fact about the company collected from open sources. Here is a snapshot of the header of our spreadsheet. In total, we did research on 24 companies.
This slide presents the layout of Sponsorship Toolkit. It is 5 pages long, including the cover page shown in the right. The toolkit has been divided into 4 sections. Section 1 provides the general introduction to Cataraqui Conservation Foundation and Cataraqui Conservation. This section has been divided into 3 parts. The first part of this section details the intention of the toolkit. In second part, the company information gathered from the spreadsheet mentioned previously is used to describe how company's goals and interests align with the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation. This is done to build the connection with the company from start. In third part, the map of conservation area under Cataraqui Conservation is displayed along with the location of the target company. This is done to show the vastness of the area under Cataraqui Conservation and the proximity of the company from Cataraqui Conservation area. The second and third part are tailored based on the company being approached for sponsorship. Section 2 provides the details on the tasks performed by Cataraqui Conservation and is also divided into 3 parts. The first part includes the details on the primary task performed by Cataraqui Conservation, which is watershed management. The second part describes various educational and recreational activities organized by Cataraqui Conservation. The third part provides general idea on how the tasks performed by Cataraqui Conservation and indirectly supports the action against climate change. Section 3 provides an overview of donation hierarchy, including the donor benefits and the scale of projects the donation would support. Section 4 provides the contact info of the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation. Here is a closer look at some of the graphics presented in the toolkit. This image displays all the conservation areas managed by Cataraqui Conservation. If the target company is local or has a subsidiary near the conservation area, its location is also included in the image. This graphic displayed in section 2.2 of the toolkit provides information into the various educational and recreational activities organized by Cataraqui Conservation. The activities are categorized into 4 types, including recreational activities, education programming, nature awareness, and special events. This image shows the donor category information. It provides insights into the different donor benefits based on each donation category. It also provides insights on the scale of projects the donation can support. General donor benefits package includes a tax receipt, acknowledgement on the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation and Cataraqui Conservation's website, and a vendor decal acknowledging the sponsorship.
We also prepare a poster as a separate one-page document that can be easily distributed by email or in person. We'll be excited to see the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation distribute both the toolkit and this type of poster with potential donors in the near future. In summary, the benefit of this project was to support the Cataraqui Conservation Foundation's conservation efforts and watershed management. As we talk today, in partnership with the CCF, our team worked to develop a strategy to find corporate donors and elaborate an appropriate message for them. The main components in our strategy are a sponsorship toolkit, a poster, and a donor spreadsheet. Throughout this project, we develop our problem-solving, project management, communication, and teamwork skills as we strive to meet our community partners' needs by creating a fundraising strategy captured on a sponsorship toolkit and a poster as we have shown earlier. We believe these tools will help to raise awareness about the value of the Cataraqui Conservation's work, and in that way it will permit to build new partnerships to support its conservation activities and watershed management. If this message resonates with you, there are different ways that you can be involved in conservation efforts. You may consider to talk to your employer to assess the possibility of becoming a conservation partner. We'd like to end this presentation with a big thank you to the CCF and Floyd, our main contact, as well as our mentor Stafford for their support throughout this project. If you have any questions or would like to know more about the CCF, don't hesitate to reach them by visiting their website, cataraquiconservationfoundation.com. Thank you for watching.